news for you. Yes, I do. I'm like your angel of love, girl. I've come to see you through. So when you cry, let me wipe your tears. When you're scared, I wanna be there to calm your fears. When you're in need, baby, ring my phone. I'll run right over and we'll make love all night long.
My brethren, how y'all doing, man?
Fantastic.
I work
out for summer. Last show of the season.
You're working out.
Hey man, I'm happy and sad, man, that I'm happy that we get a break for the summer, but I'm sad I don't have a day on the calendar every week, man, where I'm gonna, kick it with you guys, man. So hopefully we'll get some kicking in time.
I got a feeling we're gonna get a call to do a special edition cave or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm with it.
We're gonna get a call, but are you gonna answer the phone, though?
Mel
I always answer my phone. Don't know bill collectors call me. I answer my phone.
Robert with a nice early dig. I like that, Robert. That's good. You starting off the show early.
And look, bill collectors call me, but that ain't got nothing to do with. I don't answer my phone. I'm just not a phone dude,
Mr. Mason, when can we expect the payment?
You can expect it anytime you want. You pick a date. We'll both be surprised.
When would you like it? Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
I see a lot of our regulars popping in. I saw Miss Gwen and TJ and Tammy and Jamie, and I feel like I missed somebody in there, but I'm sorry if I did. But I appreciate y'all hanging in there with us for this last one before our summer break. I love that T-shirt, Mel.
Yes, sir.
We need a billboard. We need some billboards all over the city, man. All over the world, really. Saying that thing. Man, I had a great day, man. I got a chance to hang out with my nephew all day today, man. We went thrifting. That's one of our little traditions. Is what's going on, Robert? Is that what's happening?
What was that, Rob? What are you doing?
I just want people to know that I also work out.
Yeah, you didn't look like it though. So if you don't
like
want, right, you want people to know you work out. Don't do that because you're gonna show them that you don't. That is.
Robert looks like the before picture.
Well, it's good to see you guys though. That's all right.
Glenn, that was good, man. You coming out humming. I like that, man. I like that.
Like last day of school, you pick a fight.
Right. You know you ain't got to deal with them for the rest of the summer. So
3:15.
Load up the trunk with your baseball bat and pick a fight. That's what you do on the last day of school.
Yeah.
Not that I know anything about that, because I would never do that. My strong Christian upbringing shows me that turn the other cheek.
Oh my God.
So you can duck that right and hit him with a left. But
well, you really on the lower half of your screen, Glenn. So it look like you already ducking that right. So
I'll keep sinking in. The more whisper that, the more I sink in.
I'm the short one in the group. You need to sit on some phone books or something.
I had some cognac, so I'm ready.
Oh yeah, cognac. That's why you came out. You threw a punch at the biggest person in the yard, Mel. You came out and punch Mel.
Yeah, I'm doing some flavorful Crown Royal Peach.
So I do want to hear what you guys have planned for the summer, because I know you got big plans. I want to make sure I'm supporting you all in whatever you do.
Well, I definitely want to, before we get into that, because that certainly will take us into a happier place than maybe some of the stuff we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, I know, really. That's why I was trying to take it.
Yeah, I definitely planned on asking you guys that question, but of course, let's be respectful, man, and address this ongoing issue, man. Even if we can't resolve it, we can do what's right and send our prayers to those in Tulsa. Yet another mass shooting. It seems like they're happening every other day at this point. I was on the phone with my best friend yesterday, and out of nowhere, he was like, "Oh my God, not again!" I'm like, "Dude, what's going on?" And he was like, "Another shooting," and I'm like, "Wow," So it's just It's horrible, man. And if you don't know, there was a man who was he was determined. He went specifically to kill the physician that had done his back surgery. He had pain following back surgery. He blamed the doctor that performed the surgery, and he said he was going to kill that doctor and anybody that got in his way. He ultimately killed another physician, a receptionist, and another patient before killing himself. One of either the patient or the receptionist didn't die immediately. They did make it to the hospital where they died at the hospital, and he took his own life.
Wasn't it at a hospital though, or was that a medical?
It was at a medical center, yeah. And so then they took the person that survived to the hospital where they didn't make it. So, hey man, I don't have any answers, and like I said before, I admit that I'm in a numb place to it. It happens so much, and it happens for so many different reasons, and but I just want those watching to know that, we are guys that care and don't have a problem letting that be known. And if we could come up with something, I'm sure the four of us would sit around a round table and figure out something. But the truth of the matter is, there's leadership in this country that's designed to do that. So let's hope that at some point, they can put their heads together and put their agendas aside and figure out something, man. Not that I'm determined to just talk about depression shit, but I was also reading about Moses Ingram. If you don't know who Moses Ingram is one of the I think she's a bounty hunter maybe in the new Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and she's been getting racist threats in her DMs on a show that features aliens and Martians and more races and kinds of people than you can keep up with. The black chick, the human, is getting hate mail from alleged Star Wars fans.
But didn't this happen with the Star Wars reboot? John Boyega, I think was his name. He got hate mail. The agent lady.
Yeah, Kelly Tran in 2018 received something similar to that. Yeah.
People even got mad at it. Yeah, people even got mad at Halle Bailey because she was playing in Little Mermaid. It's a damn mermaid, people.
That just shows you, man, how deep-seated that kind of hate can go. And I thought about Mel because I know that TV franchises often come with a steep history and steep tradition, and sometimes people are resistant to changing that. But at the same time, we live in a world where you got to make room for, let's just say it what it is, what bigotry has kept out all this time. You got to make room for the shows to look like the way the world looks. And so, as an actor, Mel, I'm just going to ask you about it first, because we don't have the same grasp on it, that you would. But how did you feel about that, man? When because I remember when Idris got the role. 007? Yeah, no. Got the role in the Avengers in the Thor movie as the gatekeeper. I can't think of his name. And he got hate and racist mail for that because the character in the comic books wasn't black. But
it's interesting because comic books are made up, and there are alternate universes out there. You know what I mean? There's been the Green Lantern Corps. There's some black Green Lanterns out there. There's all types of stuff, man. Like Nick Fury, that Samuel L. Jackson plays. There's a black Nick Fury in the comic book, but there's a white Nick Fury too.
Yeah, I grew up with the white
Captain America.
Yeah, I grew up with
Captain America.
Yeah. Well, yes, there was a black Captain America that wasn't Steve Rogers though.
Yeah, he's in the movie. Right. He was in the series. In the Falcon and the
Winter Soldier. Right. But in the comic, he took over from Steve Rogers. Not that I'm trying to be a comic book nerd, but what Mel was
being a comic book nerd, dude.
Grow the hell up. All of you grow the hell up. It's creativity. That's what he's saying. Don't make him come through the screen.
Superman.
But as far as the young lady on the Star Wars franchise, like I don't even know which one. I know it's the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. It's supposed to be a prequel. I don't know if there were books about this and the character was explained as a certain way. I don't know. at the end of the day, though, like, is stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, the creativity of whoever is running the show gets to do whatever they want to do. If you're a bigot and you don't like it, then don't fucking watch it. It's all it really boils down to, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same with Facebook posts. When people make posts and stuff like that, yo, if you don't like my posts, stay off my page.
Yeah,
You know?
I find it odd, man. And I mentioned this to you guys in the green room, that I've seen pushback from black people when black people were put into certain roles, you know. And I go, man, I just, you know, hey, man, I'm just a lowly dude from the south side of Chicago with a bachelor's degree, you know. Look, I don't write no legislation, you know. I vote, you know, I max out at voting. Maybe I need.
But you gotta have a lonely existence if you have time to write a hate-filled email to an actor about a character that they're playing, pretending to be. You got to think about it. You while you living in your mama's basement, you know, ordering Grubhub,
catfishing people.
Yeah, catfishing people. You know, pretending to be 6'4" and muscle bound. While you about 300 pounds.
And I'm 6'1" in muscle.
Oh, we're not talking about you, Mel. Shut up. Oh. Nobody asked you nothing. You got to have a lonely existence. It's like you just kind of are a sad human being and kind of a waste of space. And you really need to think about your life. That's all.
Hey, I just wanted to say, I think all of us are muscle bound. Some of our muscles are just hiding under other shit. So we all muscle bound.
So Robert, is the before and after picture? Is that what you're saying?
I take offense to that, Sean.
You resemble that remark, is what you want to say. I resemble that remark.
You know what, Robert? Thank you very much, Mel. We can't eat none of it, but thank you.
Right.
Robert is still mad about the contest in Richmond. Let's just be honest. Let's just put it all on the table tonight. We need to have a summit.
I think Robert needs to grow up. As the elder statesman of the group, he needs to grow up.
Robert has put together a whole group of voters. He did a Trump. He's put together his own separate set of voters to come back and call Benita and tell them that he won. You got to watch him. He got a lawyer working on it. He might have Rudy Giuliani working on it. I don't know. Waiting on the press conference. Rudy. Robert, come on. Robert, come on. John didn't win. Robert, I can hear it now. Robert is planning some litigation to get this decision reversed.
Did she determine who won?
Sean won with that weak shit he did.
Oh my god!
No. It was a tie.
It wasn't.
The Nukes won that night. Me and Mel tied that night. It was
it was a tie.
It was a Noopy head-to-head tie. You know, that's what.
I blame Benita Johnson. I blame you for this. We're gonna make some changes on the Wine Crawl franchisees because I should have won.
Yeah, you should be on the. You should be. You should be in the center of your camera and not on the bottom half, Glenn. That's what I'm saying to you. Hey man,
I'm tired of you calling me short, Sean. I'm 6'3".
You are a bigger dude than most people I think would think. You know,
I'm 5'10".
Yeah, my scale will tell you. We ain't gonna talk about that though.
Check this out. It's 9:15. Let's get into some stuff, man. I want to ask you guys something. Do you need the people, whether it's romantic or not? Do you need the people that have hurt you to own the fact that they have hurt you? Do you need them to admit the fact that they have hurt you? And then secondly, and this isn't really a closure question because that's not really what I'm asking, but do you need the people that have hurt you to apologize for the hurt they caused?
Good.
You really asked that question? Would you know who on the phone?
Come on, Big Nuke.
Here we go. Here it comes. Wait a minute.
So one of the things that I've realized is that like closure is not contingent upon the other person, right? As much as we may want to hear from them or hear that they admit or feel that they were wrong or all of those things, closure is not contingent upon the other person because you may never get it. The other person might not even feel that they were wrong, right? In some situations, especially in narcissistic situations, These people feel like they did everything right, or nothing was wrong with them, or something was wrong with you, or all of these different things. And so we spend our time waiting for an explanation that caters to our ego or caters to our feelings to try to get something to say, I needed that and I can move on. Like I've blocked people, you know what I mean? That at one point in time, I thought I wanted a conversation from, but blocked them on everything. Like socials, call, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because why? You know what I'm saying? Like what is that going to do besides rehash old wounds? Or, all right, if you know that you are a solid person in a relationship, then it doesn't really matter what they say, whether they say it or whether they recognize it or not. I know who I am. I know what I stood for. I know how I took care of you. So I don't really.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily label it closure because I believe that people can apologize and you still not experience closure from it. But I will say that there was a time when, you don't need anything because you find a way to go on regardless, right? But whatever. But there was a time when I did yearn for that from those that had hurt me. I did want them to own it. I did want them to embrace the fact that they had done that, or had, especially if I thought that they were just dead ass wrong about it. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten to a point now, man, where I've learned to stand on what I believe is right and be okay with what I believe is right and what I am and who I am in terms of the quality I think I am as a person. It's not limited to romance either, and because I'm actually, one of my dearest friends and I are at an impasse about something, and in that impasse is me doing what I feel is the right thing to do, despite it not being what they think I should do in regard to them. Right? It's like, okay, I know you want me to do A, B, or C, but the moral compass I have says it's really not right to do that. And even as my friend, it hurts me that you would choose me doing something that I felt was wrong over, you would choose me doing what you want me to do over what I felt was simply wrong and immoral to do. So it's not even limited to romance. It's just relationships, period. Robert, what do you think? Do you need that? You've been around the block up the street. I'm sure you've been hurt. Do you need those people to come and say,
Robert needs Jesus?
He'd probably do all the hurting, but
He is a little heartbreaker. Look at him.
Hey, before you answer that, Robert posted a Throwback Thursday picture today that tickled me so bad. I looked at that picture. I swear to God, that did not look like Robert.
I had to like times because Robert was like, "Oh, it's me and my sister." I'm like, "That's not, who is that dude?"
I had to squint to find Robert in that picture, dude. I was like,
Robert,
"Oh my God!"
The older you get, the younger you look. You look younger now than you did in that picture. You do know that, right?
Yes, I do. Do you guys remember the venture days when you would go and Sean, you may remember this too, you old, where we would go and get those pictures, and then, you had to buy.
Actually, I remember Venture. I moved here the year I moved here. Venture was here, and then they closed
Then they
about a year
closed.
later.
So that's when me and my sisters went to get those venture pictures.
Oh, they had photographs like Sears?
Yeah.
Down south, it was Sears.
Yeah.
You got your Sears photo where you're sitting there with your hands in your lap. And that was the Sears photo. That's why I hated photography for so long. I didn't learn how to do selfies because Sears photos had me shell-shocked.
So you're like, okay. Perfect.
So Robert, don't lose the question. Do you need the many? I'm glad you wrote it down. Do you need the many women that have drug your heart through broken glass to
Damn. Wow,
own
Sean.
the fact that they
Why
did
gotta
it.
be broken glass?
That's what happened to me. I ain't gonna expect nothing less happen to you.
So to Mel's point, I used to think I needed closure, and then when I moved on, someone told me, no, you don't need closure. That's just you, and wanting that. So no, I don't need closure now. I need to reflect so that I don't repeat the same stuff that happened to me before. But closure is no longer needed because as we talked about it, I think somebody mentioned in the comments, we're giving power to that person, and I'm no longer giving power to that person. So I'm good. I don't need closure.
Well, again, I don't want to label it closure because I don't think closure always comes from the conversation. But I want to know if it matters to you that the person owns what you feel like they did to you.
So my question is, what's the goal of the conversation?
Yeah, there's no goal. There's no goal because we've ended the conversation. We've ended the situation. So because we've ended it, I did the best that I could do in those situations, and now there's nothing to talk about. The bigger thing that we need to talk about is don't come back calling. I'm not blocking you. My phone is still, where it is.
I'm
if
blocking.
You call me, my number is 55 whatever. But so no.
Robert, stop trying to sneak your number.
555, go to hell. Honestly, brother, go ahead, man.
Let me say something real quick. I'll say I don't need it, but in some situations, depending on the gravity of the offense, because if the gravity of the offense was enough to make me scratch you from existence, I don't need it. But in some cases, it may be nice.
Yeah.
So that's my
I
final.
agree.
It's a nice to have. It's a nice to have, not a need to have.
So if I heard you correctly, Mel, you're saying that you wanted to hear something about why it ended or why it was traumatic the way it was. Is that right?
No, I don't think that's what he said.
Tell me what you're saying.
No, because Sean said this could be even for regular relationships. This isn't necessarily something romantic.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, we have family members, Mel. Think about a family member dynamic.
Yeah.
Prime example.
Yeah, there's some family members I don't need to talk to.
I had somebody that owed me money for a very long time, and I felt that they violated our relationship because of our closeness and thinking, well, he got it, he all right, or neglecting to pay me a small amount over a period of time or whatever. And I had let it go to the point where the relationship wasn't the same, but that person didn't get blocked or whatever, but I dealt with them in a limited capacity. Right. But when the apology came and the explanation and the sincere apology and the attempt to make it right, even though it was years later, that was cool. Had I not gotten it, would I have been okay? Totally fine. But that was cool.
That's because Mel's sending my invoice every week. That's why.
Hey, are you going? Hey, somebody sent me an invoice. Are you gonna pay this invoice today?
Mel sent invoices. That's why he got pissed off at you, Mel. That's why the relationship.
They didn't want to pay the
You probably
invoice.
sent that invoice out with the past due in the red stamped on it every week. That'll ruin a relationship.
That takes me in a.
And you're right. It's not just. It isn't about always the romantic piece of it. Because I've lent people money, but I've also lent people money knowing potentially that I wasn't going to get that money back. So I didn't let that necessarily damage. And actually, somebody I did lend money to actually just hit me up the other day, wanting to get back together. And when he told me that, I'm like, cool, we can get back together. We can hang out. You good?
Give me my money.
But it ain't even about the money anymore for me because that money could have collected interest by now. I could buy some Apple or some Amazon stock as a result of it. But, I've let it go. So I'm good.
Yeah, it happens even in friendships, man. One of my closest buddies, man, I felt he had wronged me. And I severed ties with him, man, for it was 10 years, man. We didn't speak for 10 years, and I would see people that knew how close we were, and they knew about the rift, and they would say, "Hey, man, you guys need to talk," and I would say, "I don't need to talk to anybody. I'm good." And we ended up at an event together, and he walked up to me and asked me if he could buy me a beer, and I think, and we loved each other as brothers and friends, but I felt that he had wronged me, and there have only been two people in my life ever that I tangibly, intentionally cut off, right? This guy and another lady.
That's pretty good. And if you've only got two, as old as you are,
Yeah.
you've only got two.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Well, I think
really
it says
good.
that. I think it says that
I mean,
I'm
two last year.
I cut off one a month. Forget that.
I think it says that, that's not what I'm looking to do. Like, I don't fall out with folk. I kind of put you where I need to put you, and I keep you from being able to hurt me or whatever. But one thing I think that he and I have done, and we have slowly gotten, into a great space. Maybe not the space we once were in, but if he invites me out to the crib, I go. I take cigars and whiskey, and one thing that we didn't do, though, which I think is a little bit different, is we kind of did the opposite of closure. Like, we've never talked about the fallout.
You never talked about it.
Yeah. Now, we joke about it. We'll say, yeah, we were broken up then. We make jokes about it. But we never talk about the details of the fallout, because my belief is if he still feels the same way he felt then, and I still feel the same way I felt then, and both of us are made aware of that, then it could create another rift. It's kind of like,
right.
You still think you were right, or you still think you were right. It could bring back to life a lot of that old hurt, you know. And so we've been smart enough to not do that. As a matter of fact, this weekend, man, I'll be supporting him at a bodybuilding fitness competition. So, and that was a pricey ticket to support him, but again, man, I believe that we have to learn how to forgive and move on, and and embrace new seasons. But there are people.
I feel like if somebody wrongs me, if I wrong somebody, it's going to stay on my conscience, and I have to apologize. And I've done that. There's things that just in my past, and for the last few years, I've been really big about coming back and saying I'm sorry to people. And there's still a few friends where we kind of fell out over something that was petty when you look at it, when you look at life, and you start thinking about how short and how precious life is. But if somebody did you wrong, here's how you can get over it, because you wake up the next morning. I'm sorry, but if it didn't kill you, you are going to be okay. No heartbreak, no agony, no friendships broken up or anything else. You will live past it. And especially if you weren't the one that did the wrong, then that person has to reconcile that with them. So you shouldn't carry that. And I've learned not to carry the stuff that people do to me with me, because that's not my burden. And I had to let that go. Life is way too short. You got your own burden to carry. You don't need to carry everybody else's. So that's the thing that I've learned about hurt and everything else. And yeah, I've been hurt. There's been pain. There's been friendships broken up and everything else. But like I said, I wake up the next morning. So that tells me, that's my sign that I'm going to be okay and I survive it.
Glenn, let me invite you, and Sean, just real quick. Glenn, let me invite you to, Sean, you know how I am about verbiage. I would like to invite all of you all to say this, because I know it's a cliche and we say it all the time. Life is short. Life is too short. We don't want that, though. Life is unpredictable, right? Life is unpredictable, but we need to get away from saying this life is short, because when we say that, the universe is like,
we manifest it, right?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Life is unpredictable. I want a long, healthy, functional life.
I like that. I'm all about manifestation, man. In the last 6 or 7 months, man, and I've seen the fruits of it. Last thing I'll say on that topic, though, Glenn, you're absolutely right. But like Mel said, the person that wronged you may never think they ever did anything wrong.
Right. Some people don't even know.
Yeah.
But
Some people don't even know. And it's not that life is too short, but living is too short, because a lot of us live and exist and call it a life. But I need to live, and I need to live past my hate. I need to live past my pain. I need to live past whatever you did to me. So living is too short. Living is fleeting. So a lot of people don't live. A lot of people just exist where they are and dwell on what has hurt them and kind of work from that. And I'm like, I'm not working from misery. I don't work from a place of misery. I work from a place of growth and manifesting better.
Hey man, I was I got this from Mel actually, man. What do you guys think about the new wave of OnlyFans? You know, I've heard that OnlyFans now is the whole come up. Like it's,
Mel, did you send me something about OnlyFans? You sent me an OnlyFans joke or something.
No, he sent me a question kind of about it. Like it was really a lady talking about the fact that the hoes were winning.
Yeah, that's what it was.
OnlyFans. Like, do you all believe that it is kind of the bootleg porn star come up? It's the
I was thinking
bootleg
we should
porn
get an
star come up.
OnlyFans page. I had a conversation about that, but I kind of got shut down pretty quickly. We'll talk about that.
Was that the whole?
Somebody told me they was gonna get an OnlyFans for feet fetishes.
That's a big thing.
It was just gonna be pictures.
There are all types of
Women, if you have pretty feet, you can make some money on OnlyFans.
Or big feet. Like this lady felt like she had larger feet as a lady, and she was like, you know what, I can get rich. You know,
I don't know
and she wasn't the first lady I've ever heard say she thought she could get paid off OnlyFans for having big feet either. So,
was she in a boomerang?
People have some weird things that they're into.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, now don't take this wrong.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lady. He's coming.
He's coming. Yeah, focus on him. Thank you, Roger.
Yeah.
The camera's on you, Sean. What's your fetish?
What's one of them? You know what I was going to say, man, is what I love about sexuality. It's the nuance. It's, you know, how everything doesn't turn everybody on, and there's some things that turn some people on that would never turn other people on.
So what Sean is saying is he's a freak. Like 360.
Oh, I think that's been established long before in this show.
He's a freak. And he's got many freaky things that he likes. That's what he just said. I just translated for him. Yeah. I'm your freaky translator.
That's old news. But I do love the nuance, man, that exists. I'm not a big foot dude, you know. I ain't in.
I've been messed up about that since Boomerang. I'm sorry. That movie did something to me. It changed my life. It changed my life.
Marcus.
I know, DJ Marcus.
but talk to me, man. What do you all think? Is this like the thought come up? Because I'm gonna tell you, it's some people, man, getting paid. It really started, to be honest with you. This is what I heard. This ain't what I know for sure. This is what I heard. It started on Pornhub. You know, they say you can get paid on Pornhub like $10K or something, like per, I don't know.
No, you can't, because Pornhub is mostly, not that I know, first of all, let me back up.
What is Pornhub?
You sounded like a seasoned professional. You sounded like a connoisseur, Mr. Murray. That's what you sounded like.
Pornhub is mostly clips of porn movies that are already out, so it's not a lot of amateur stuff.
Yeah, see,
so
you just saved yourself because that's not what's on Pornhub. There's somebody who knows what's on Pornhub. Let me.
Oh, so you know what's on Pornhub?
Oh, yeah, I know what's on Pornhub.
Oh no, you know what? That's X videos. X videos is all the clips. Pornhub is the amateur stuff, so you probably deal around with that shit. I don't know. That's your level of expertise.
Raj, would you highlight me, please? Can you highlight me?
Here we go.
The thoughts and opinions expressed by Glenn Murray, Tom Mason, and Robert Hazard do not necessarily reflect those of NDTV, Mel Roberson, G.
Don't include me in that.
Don't be throwing me in this. Don't throw me in this. I'm protecting my brand.
About now is not
okay, Rod, you can take Mel down now. That's enough. We've had enough from Mel.
I have to give, wait a minute. I have to give Mel some credit, though. I have to give Mel some credit because that has, until this moment, that has always been a punishment by the production team. Nobody has ever said, production team, highlight me. I need to say something to the good people. So thank you for changing the narrative of that, Mel.
Yeah, there is a documentary about OnlyFans, so it's pretty interesting how it started. So people should watch that and check it out. But it has become a really good place for sex workers who, during COVID, couldn't ply their trade. So they leveraged OnlyFans.
Is that kind of
And then I
how
saw
it?
some people that you were like, what is it about you that you're making $10,000-$15,000?
Is that kind of how it went because of COVID
Yeah,
and all of that? That's really.
It blew up from that. I mean, and also now stars are doing it. Like they were talking about, like Justin Bieber had an OnlyFans. The documentary is really good because the stars started getting into OnlyFans. Then they got mad at a star. She was a former Disney actress. I think her name was Bella Thorne. I don't want to get that wrong. But then she started an OnlyFans page, and now
you know her damn name, Glenn.
She made like hundreds of thousands of dollars the first day she went on OnlyFans. I think it was that whole Disney fantasy, like, oh, you used to be a Disney girl, now you dirty or something. You know how you dirty. I don't know. You know how you dirty old men do it. I don't know. The three of you are dirty old men. Y'all know how
a dirty Disney girl, huh?
Yeah. Y'all probably like that kind of thing. So I don't know. But yeah, so they were talking about that. So people got mad at her because it's like, well, you're already a star and you already got a following, and here you are on OnlyFans taking money away from us amateurs or something like that. Then there was one girl who just twerks for a living. They had her on there, and all she does is twerk, and she ain't even cute. Let me just be for real about it. At all.
Man, at the end of the day, you got.
I guess they ain't looking at her face, so that might be it too. So, okay.
At the end of the day, man, you gotta respect people's hustle, and if they smart enough to move in a way that can get them paid and they can live with whatever the decision was, you gotta.
And she was getting paid. That's why I was like, we need a live from the cave OnlyFans. I mean, one of them.
Well,
I don't know about the rest.
I don't know.
But
I don't know that Mel is the resident eye candy.
I just got choked up.
Get me in trouble. Hey Mo, I love you, baby.
I'm a straight.
Hey, so you just Mo's eye candy, but you still the resident eye candy. You just spoke. Can't nobody else taste the rainbow. But you still.
you like the candy in the store now when you go to check out. You want the almond joy. And your mama's like, nah, boy, you can't have it. That's you now.
Hey, mail the candy on the end cap when you're walking out. It's in a glass case, like you can see it, and it got a lock on it. You can't get to it. You can look at it and fantasize about it, but
I am not touching that.
Oh, that was funny. That was
Robert,
funny. Hey, man.
Robert and Sean like the candy that's on sale all the time at Meijer. You can get like 4 for 25 cents.
Look, and it's old. The expiration date is already passed on it.
You're the candy that they sell at Marshall's. You know how they have Godiva candy at Marshall's, and you know it's old as hell.
Yeah, you open the chocolate and you can smell that old chocolate. You ever smell that old chocolate? And you know good and hell well you don't want to eat it.
Caramel's all hard. Caramel's all hard. Caramel's supposed to be soft.
Right, it's breaking off. How you break your teeth on a piece of caramel? Like, what
Yes. Well, we all can't be milk chocolate. It's okay.
What else can we talk about?
Producers are telling us something.
We got a summer break coming, man. I want to know what your plans are, man. What summertime shy is like a fleeting thing, man. I was telling my nephew today, like we feel like we got about 60 days. So we start hitting it hard, man, trying to get it because right away it's gone. But Mel, I know I'm gonna ask you quick because you might not want to tell people what you got going on for the summer. I know sometimes you be like,
other than your OnlyFans page,
right?
Wait, but be clear. If he got an OnlyFans page, Mo is sponsoring it, and she getting all the
Mo Pippen, Mo like.
First of all, if I had an OnlyFans page, it would be for daily motivation. Okay, it would be for
whatever.
Whatever. It might be, some food or workouts, stuff like that.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Mel.
They believe that, like when I say my strong Christian, that's about the level. Look at him as he picks.
Right.
Page is going. But no, this summer, man, I'm really excited. We're in the works. We're 90% sure we're gonna bring back 227, which was a television show in the 80s, but originally it was a stage play written by Christine Houston, who was a Chicago State University professor, and it's set in 1949, 1950, somewhere in there. And it's an amazing stage play. We'll be doing at a historically Black theater, ETA Theater. And if all goes well, the first show will be August 4th. So looking forward to that. I haven't really been on stage consecutively like that. I've done shows with Messiah Equiano, who we've had on the show. We just got done doing a show in Milwaukee, actually. But yeah, so doing the 227. Got a couple of vacations planned here and there, man. Writing another book. But that's about it, man. Just working, growing. I'm figuring some stuff out, man. What my next business moves are gonna be.
You writing another book?
And taking care of that queen you got.
Wait a minute. You writing another book? You putting a side deal on me, G-Money?
Man, I was an Amazon best-selling author before I did anything.
No, I don't want to hear all that. No, you writing another book and you didn't tell me about it?
Fight.
Yeah, I am writing.
I just say I haven't been effectively persuading people in a while, or what y'all call bullying, obviously, because Mel just done gone all off and writing his own book. You cutting a side deal. You leaving the family. Is that what you're doing? Is that what we're doing? That's where we at now.
Robert, what are you doing this summer?
You know, I'm traveling. I'm actually traveling. Yeah, I'm going back to Miami for the film festival that's happening next month. So I get to hang out with some of the guys and
you been in Miami a lot, Rob.
I know, man.
I'm just saying. Cocoa Walk. I know you be over there. I know. The Clevelander. You don't think I know Miami? I know Miami really well, Rob. I read about it. I mean, that's what I meant.
They have a rooftop now. I don't know if it does, but there's a couple of rooftops in Miami that you can go and watch movies and some other stuff. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I don't have what minute, but okay.
Glenn, what you doing, man, this summer?
What am I doing this summer? So one thing, which is great though, this summer, and you all will be, I'll be hitting you up for it. Lessons for the Little Boy is now available in Atlanta at a bookstore called the Vibrary in Stone Mountain. It's a combination bookstore wine bar, which is really cool.
Vibrary?
The Vibrary, like Vino and Library. Vibrary.
See where his mind went?
That sounded sexual for me. I don't.
Everything sounds sexual for you, Sean.
That's true.
What else is new?
Still,
yeah, really. But anyway, I'm excited to say that's
vibrators and books.
Okay, can I finish? Can you get your mind out together for a minute?
No, but go ahead.
Well, probably not, but still, just go on mute then with your thoughts. So I'm really happy to say that our book will be in there starting probably mid-June. So that's really cool. We're also in a store called It's the Room, which author Tia Woods owns, who was on. I saw earlier she was on in Connecticut. We're also in the book bar in Richmond where we did a signing. So I'm excited about that. So doing more of that, getting more signings done. G Rose has some really, really cool things planned that will be happening really soon. So I'm excited about that, along with our partnership with Indy. What else? Wine Crawl. We are planning to go to Napa, so tickets will go on sale very soon for that. So I'm excited about that. We're doing a December excursion to Napa. So if you've never been to Napa and you want to experience it, you should come with us because it'll be a lot of fun. So I'm excited about that. Faith, Failure, Success 3. I'm really excited about. Mr. Hazard is one of the contributing authors to that. That'll be out probably late summer. So probably by the time we hit the air again, I think it'll be out, or it'll be close to it. I don't know. Let's see.
Mel asked when the Napa. Say again, Mel.
That's why I ain't telling him I was writing another book. He done did 2 sequels to Faith, Failure, Success, and I hear about him when they about to launch.
Whatever, Mel. You cut aside. Don't try to jump in and deflect.
Mel asked you about the dates on the Napa Valley trip, but you didn't hear him, Glenn.
It's in December. December, first weekend in December.
That would definitely be interested in that. Yeah.
I didn't say that, but I was in Charlotte a couple weeks ago, and there's an only black bookstore that I was there, and I was pitching, Lessons for the Little Boy to the owner of the bookstore. So hopefully, if we can make something work, we can go to Charlotte and do a book signing for Lessons for the Little Boy, or
Let's
whatever
do it.
books that we're talking about doing, because
Yeah, we're offering bookstores. Yeah, and we'll do some really active promotion for bookstores, including giving them money to give away to their customers who buy our books. So, the goal is to not necessarily get into 1,000 bookstores and hope and pray, but it's to target a few bookstores and really make it happen and become a partner with them and really market the books and market our authors. So just really proud of everything that our authors have done. We've been on quite a roll in the last couple of years with #1 books, with top 10 books, and just really meaningful stories that we've been able to tell through the Faith, Failure, Success series. So I'm excited about that. So, that's the serious side. The wine crawl, I'm just happy to be back and running because I can't wait to get back to Napa again.
Robert, what about your plans and your podcast? Is that still a thing coming?
Yeah, I've actually recorded a number of episodes already. I think one is launching tomorrow. So I've been recording some stuff on my podcast. The other thing that we're trying to do for the audience, just so they know, Glenn knows about this as well, is that we're looking to have in Chicago, where we'll go out on a boat and have those that are local here to Chicago to come hang out with the guys, from the cave, and we're looking to do that, I believe,
September.
I'm working some numbers and things like that so that we can get a boat and kind of hang out with everybody, provided everybody's schedule is good. But that's something that we're trying to do.
Yeah. Also, when we get back on the air in September, we're actually looking to do a live from the cave live with an audience. So, people tune into Indy and find out more information about that. Get invited. We're looking at doing like a private event where we actually record a show live. So we'd love to have the people that have rode with us through these last few years. We'd love to see you there.
Hey man, I actually get approached quite often about people that would love for us to broadcast the show from their venue. One of those being there's a new spot that I'm actually doing some social media marketing and different stuff for. That's, believe it or not, in Harvey. It's called the Naughty Lux Bistro. The Lux Bistro.
Pam spot?
Right. Yeah, Pam. Yeah. So I've been doing some things with Pam. Pam is good friends with a really close friend of mine, Arlene Coute, out in Florida. So I've done some photography work for them, looking to do some marketing stuff for them. Pam's a sweetheart. Pam Mack did that. But yeah, so I'm approached all the time, man. So maybe over the summer we can get some concrete, stuff on where we want to do live broadcasts from, that are feasible and work for us, man. I don't have a whole lot. We got about 6 minutes left, man. I don't have a whole lot planned this summer. I'm going to do some traveling, man. I'm going to Riviera Maya in the middle of June for my buddy KB and T's nuptials. Kind of planning a trip. Have you guys ever heard of Putin Bay in Ohio? Just got hip to that spot, man, and thinking about getting out there and enjoying that. It's like an island, Glenn. It's a real dope spot, man. You should research it on YouTube. It's a really
Where's it near?
It's a sex island? I never heard. Somebody said
that's Roger.
Oh hell, I'm damn sure going if it's a sex island, but that was not what I thought it was. Yeah.
Nails cut off. I have to check it out. That's cool. I forgot something. If I have it, go ahead and finish.
No, I got some revenue stream stuff that I'm doing. I'm actually believe it or not, man, I'm re-entering corporate America. I spent about 1.5 years, working solely for myself. Decided that, it was time to marry the two of them. So I actually returned to corporate America on June the 6th. So y'all pray for me because answering to other people has not been my thing for a little while. But what I'm trying to do is multiply those revenue streams and so I can make it happen like Captain. So that's happening for me on the 6th of June. I still have some ideas I'm working on in terms of coffee table books, and even my own podcast. So
you need to do that. You need to do the book and the podcast. But you also just need to write.
Absolutely.
Because you have a lot to say, and you wrote a great chapter. And
I have a lot to say, even when people don't want to hear it. I have a lot to say.
True.
That's true, but
that's very true. But we still want to go on and encourage you anyway.
Glenn, you got about 4 minutes, man. You said you had something you wanted to share.
One really.
Don't forget to mention tomorrow night, Glenn, because I was.
Yeah. I'll let you mention that. The other thing we're doing is our first Audible book under 220 Publishing, Cinda Williams' Pink Panty Confessions. She actually she actually narrated it, and we'll be releasing that. It's to a jazz soundtrack. It is hot, and I can't wait till it comes out at the end of June. So,
I mean, you had me at Pink Panties.
It's a great book. It's actually a great book, and Cinda is a great narrator. Yeah, I know Mel just went off again. See, Sean, you did it again.
I mean,
you in the panties.
Panties. I mean, they sell panties at Target. They can't be that bad.
Oh
yes, whatever. Yeah. All right, where are y'all going to be tomorrow night? Because I won't be there, but you can let people know.
Oh, you're not going to be there?
No, he's not going to be there tomorrow.
No, I'm not going to be there.
I may not be able to log in until a little after it starts. But who wants to speak to it? Why don't
Me and you, Rob.
Right, that's it. We got it. We got this.
Glenn, you see how they really feel about us, right? You like they celebrate when we're not gonna be there. You see this, right?
I know. I put it all together, and they just like excited that we're not gonna be there. That I'm not gonna be there. They were like, "Oh yeah."
So who can speak to it? Who can speak to tomorrow night?
So tomorrow night, the Men from the Cave will be on a show. It'll be live on Facebook. We'll send you the details as soon as we get them. But we'll be answering questions from women, like what are deal breakers, what are things that interest you in women, a lot of different stuff. So it'll be interesting because women get to ask us questions, gets to ask them questions. I'm actually going to probably be on the show later in the month.
You know what I think is cool about that, man? We got about 2 minutes, but we catch a lot of flack for not having women guests on the show and that kind of thing.
That's right. Y'all still can't come on the show. It don't matter.
Right. But here's the thing, man. I found that women never want the answers that men are giving them. Like they ask stuff and we tell them our candid, transparent truth, and then they try to modify it, to align with what they want our truth to be. And, I petition ladies, if you're going to ask a man for his truth, fix your mind to be okay with the fact that this is his truth. Don't try to modify it. Don't try to change it. Because I see that so much. Like, okay, that's you like you ask the divine to give you a sign, and then he knocks over a stop sign in front of your house, and you go, okay, but that ain't what I wanted.
That's not him. Yeah, the name of the show is Friday Night Live with Dr. Kimberly. So it should be interesting. What are green flags when you meet a woman? Yeah. What are red flags when you meet a woman? They're going to talk about all of that, and then you're going to answer.
Would y'all save that question for me? Push it to the back.
No, we're not going to push that one. We're going to push the misconceptions about, women, what women have about men. We could leave that one for you.
Thanks, Robert. You're so giving.
Or what has changed in your relationship in general over the years? I mean, there's
about you in relationships.
That too. Yeah. All of that stuff. So
I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you guys for riding with us for this show. As we go on break and do our other things and support each other in different ways, please stay tuned. I think NDTV is going to run old shows during this time slot each week. Some of our best shows, those will be the ones with mostly me on them. And but we're going to make sure we get those out there first so the ratings will stay up. Other than that, we want to thank you guys for always tuning in, and we appreciate you.
Hey, man.
In all honesty, I love these fellas most of the time, except for Mel, who cut the
Metaverse. I
yeah.
can't even fool with Glenn right now.
Oh, he going to play Oculus, ain't that?
He going into virtual world.
Yeah, he going to the virtual world.
Hey, man, real talk. We got about 60 seconds, man, but I do want to say, man, that for all of you all that support us and watch us, it is more exhausting than you might think. The preparation for the show, the thought we put into the show, trying to be entertaining and informative and vulnerable and transparent so that you guys will keep coming back. And so it is a well-deserved break, a much-needed break. I feel the exhaustion and weight of it sometimes as we get to periods like this where we've gone a great stretch. And so I appreciate you guys, man. I think that we will come back super revived. Mel will be popping his pecs even harder. Robert will be his most charming self. Glenn will be telling untruths about many things as he always does, and I'll be here just trying to quarterback all of these great personalities, man. So we thank you all for supporting us. And I mean, if I'd have thought that this would go as long as it has, man, 2+ years, and it's been almost like a blink of an eye, man, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I've enjoyed our spats, the times that we are locked and agreed. And I'm really enjoying the fact that Glenn is frozen right now, so I know that we don't have to be bothered with him. So, Mo Spence, thank you, honey. I am Mel's designated bodyguard whenever I'm around Mo and he's not there. She's my responsibility. I own that responsibility, Noop. I make sure no hurt, harm, or danger comes to her. I make sure she gets to her vehicle safely, and I ward off all would-be, hey. I don't want to have to kill you. All right, man. Hopefully Glenn will pop back in, man, before we get out of here. If not, we'll catch him in the green room. Thank you all from all the brothers of Live from the Cave, including Glenn. And we'll see you all after the summer, man. We'll make sure that you all know when we're hitting, and we want you to hit with us. So until September, it's been good.
Camped out at home for COVID? Join us, Indie TV, where you will see the talk shows, movies, drama, action, and comedy. Be the first and see it first. Sign up now for free at indietv.com.